Days after the UK voted to leave the European Union, EU leaders gathered in Brussels for talks on Britain's looming departure. They're urging Britain to follow through with its exit as soon as possible. French President François Hollande.
The British have made a choice. Even if I regret this choice, I must respect it. But the first conclusion is that the British process of exiting the European Union needs to be initiated as quickly as possible and then engage in the following negotiations.
And the EU foreign policy chief pressed for clarity.
One thing is very clear, either you're a member state or you're not. There are not half members of the European Union.
UK Prime Minister David Cameron was also in Brussels and expressed hope for constructive talks moving forward.
While we're leaving the European Union, we mustn't be turning our backs on Europe. These countries are our neighbours, our friends, our allies, our partners.
But there is still confusion over next steps, and official proceedings for Britain's exit have not yet begun.
Thank you very much for that very warm welcome. How things have changed.
UK Independence Party leader Nigel Farage was booed in the EU Parliament Tuesday, but he insisted Britain won't be the only country to eventually leave the 28-nation bloc. On the other end, the UK Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn lost a no-confidence vote among his party's lawmakers. They claim he offered lackluster support for Britain to stay in the EU. Meanwhile, Scotland is navigating its place in all this.
Scotland spoke clearly for Remain, and I am determined that Scotland's voice will be heard.
Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said she would travel to Brussels to meet with the President of the European Parliament on Wednesday to discuss the possibility of Scotland remaining in the EU. As Europe reels from the results of last week's vote, there's also been a surge in xenophobic incidents across Britain, with some expressing the sentiment that they'd voted for foreigners to leave. Noreen Nasser, Associated Press.